Ever wonder how to make your spoken English sound just a little more natural, a bit more fluent? Well, today we're diving into a really cool feature of everyday conversation, the question tag.
See what I just did there? That little bit at the end, don't you? That's a question tag. It's a super simple tool, but it completely changes the feel of a sentence. It just makes things more interactive, more like a real chat.
So what exactly is it? It's pretty simple, really. A question tag is just a tiny question that we stick on the end of a statement. It's like saying, "You're John," and then adding, "Aren't you?" just to check if you're right.
But why even bother? Well, question tags are incredibly useful. We use them all the time to confirm stuff we're pretty sure about, to kind of gently pull someone into the conversation, or just to get a little nod of agreement. It's basically a way of saying, "Hey, I think this is true, but what do you think?"
All right, so how do we actually make them? It turns out there's one golden rule that covers almost every situation, and it's all about creating this perfect little balance between positive and negative.
And here's the key. If your main statement is positive, the tag has to be negative. So, as you see here, "she is happy" is balanced out by "isn't she?" Think of it like a grammatical seesaw. If one side goes up, the other has to go down.
And you've probably already guessed it. The reverse is also true. If you kick things off with a negative statement, you need a positive tag to keep everything in balance. So, "he isn't happy" naturally gets the tag "is he?" It's a really simple and elegant system, isn't it?
Okay, let's build on that. This rule isn't just for simple sentences with the verb to be. Oh no. It works across the board with all kinds of verbs, including those super helpful little auxiliary and modal verbs.
You just find the helping verb in the sentence and flip it for the tag. So for a simple verb like, we pull in do, which makes the tag don't you. For has been, it becomes hasn't he. And for modals, a negative like can't flips right back to a positive can he. The pattern just always holds true.
In this chart, wow, it just shows so clearly how consistent this rule is. Just look down the columns. It doesn't matter if you're in the present simple, past continuous, or using a modal verb like can. The logic is exactly the same. Positive statement on the left, negative tag. Negative statement on the right, positive tag. It's so beautifully consistent.
Of course, you knew this was coming. This is English we're talking about. So just when you think you've got it all figured out, there are a few quirky little exceptions. But don't worry, they're actually pretty easy once you see them.
So for commands or imperatives like "come in," we often use "won't you" to sound a bit more polite. For any suggestions starting with "let's," the tag is always, "shall we?" And you've got to watch out for those sneaky negative words like hardly or seldom. They make the whole statement negative, so they need a positive tag. "He hardly works" becomes "does he?" See? Tricky.
Okay, now it's time for what is probably the most famous, most confusing exception in the entire English language. Right here on the slide, I'm right, aren't I? This one just doesn't seem to make any sense, and it trips up pretty much everyone.
I mean, think about it. If we follow that golden rule, the tag for "I am" should be "am I," right? Positive statement, negative tag. But have you ever in your life heard someone actually say "am I?" Yeah, probably not. So what is going on here?
So why aren't I? Well, this slide lays it out perfectly. Amn't I is just, well, it's a mouthful. It's awkward to say. Am I not works, but it sounds super formal, like something out of an old book. And while ain't I is pretty common, it's considered very informal. So through a process of elimination, aren't I just became the comfortable, standard choice, even though it technically breaks the rule.
So we've got the rules down, but question tags are about so much more than just grammar. They actually tell us some really fascinating things about culture and the subtle little dance of conversation.
Let's talk about a tale of two Englishes, British English and American English. Now, both use question tags, for sure, but one of them uses them a lot more than the other.
That's right, 9 times more. Data from huge language databases shows that British English speakers use question tags a staggering 9 times more often than American speakers. I mean, that's a massive difference, isn't it? It kind of points to a different conversational style, one that maybe looks for a bit more agreement and back and forth.
And there's one last, absolutely crucial layer to all of this, because the meaning of a question tag can completely flip depending on the tone of your voice. It really is all about the intonation. If your voice goes up at the end of the tag, like this,
You're coming to the party, aren't you? It signals a real question. You're genuinely not sure about the answer, and you are asking for information. You actually want to know.
But if your voice goes down to the end, it's a nice day, isn't it? It's not really a question at all. You're just making a statement and inviting the other person to agree with you. You're confident about it. You're just looking for that, yep. So there you have it. From a simple grammar rule to cultural quirks and the little subtleties of how we speak, the question tag is a small but really powerful part of the English language. This all makes sense now, doesn't it?